It's brief.
Yeah, that's it.
And
Place and time. That's it. So can we discuss place and time?
Get a motion.
Before we get to that, I think on the record, we're recording here, we need to report that Commissioner Larkin has been duly sworn in and taken the oath of office, and Commissioner McGowan has been duly sworn in and taken the oath of office, and they are now seated as commissioners in their respective districts, and the body now is complete with the chairman and 4 members. And now at this time, y'all can establish the organizational meeting, how the county commission is going to proceed forward in the future as to meeting dates, times, repositories, and the business of the county.
Yes, Mr. Chairman.
Yes, sir.
In the past we've been meeting twice a month. On the Thursday before the second Monday, we will have agenda setting. And then we will have a commission meeting that Monday, on the second Monday of each month. And since I've been here, we still been meeting 2 and 3 times a month. So this is what I present to the body, that we change our meeting dates to, we start meeting twice a month. And this format follows as follows. That would meet on the 2nd and 4th Tuesdays. And on those days, we have our agenda or informational meeting that same day, and then go into a regular meeting after that, if we're gonna meet twice a month. And the way that would work, if we meet that 2nd Tuesday and have an agenda setting that morning, we would not partake or vote on the things we discuss in that agenda setting, but we will take vote on those things the 2nd Tuesday of the month. It's like having an agenda setting, you put it in a hole, so to speak. You got a job, you work 7 days, you put it in a hole, you get your check the next week. So what I'm saying is we have an informational meeting that Tuesday morning at 8:30, and then we go into our regular meeting.
That's the second Tuesday, you're saying?
The first, 2nd Tuesday.
First, second Tuesday, okay.
Right. And then that 2nd Tuesday, or the 4th Tuesday of the month, we have another agenda setting and vote on those items that we did the week before, the 2 weeks prior to that. That way the information is presented to us, like information presented to us today. If we were to take up all the information, vote on it today, that's short-lived time. But if we have an agenda setting that morning, you have 2 weeks to investigate, do your research, pose questions, and then you come back ready to vote. I feel more ready than able to vote. I feel in the past I've been pressured with that quick time frame of Thursday, and most businesses are closed on Friday. You really can't contact state agencies to see really what you're voting on. So I feel to give me adequate time to do best for what's the citizen, give me enough time in between agenda settings and when we take a vote. That's just my suggestion. We go to two a month. That way we can move along quicker versus just meeting once a month. That means we just back where we still gonna be calling special meetings and emergency meetings. Like one month we met 6 times. So we've been meeting. And if we have these meetings twice a month, they're gonna be short-lived. Of course, we had an agenda setting this morning, ran 2 hours. But, with them, we can establish our rules for our agenda setting. The public will speak, we limit their time to 3 minutes, and they must sign up on a sign-up sheet. If they're not signed up on that sign-up sheet, they do not speak. We won't do record. That way we can move more effectively and finish the agenda setting in an hour and a half. I say we start at 8:30, do agenda setting from 8:30 to 9:45, recess and go into our regular meeting at 10 o'clock. And that will be on 2nd Tuesdays and 4th Tuesdays. I know that's a lot to say at this time, but that's just my idea. May take some pondering, but that's what I present to the commission.
Okay, so you said second Tuesday, which is the first time we meet, the informational meeting or the agenda setting, you basically.
Same day.
Okay, at 8:30 to 9:45.
Right.
Okay, then after that, we meet after that, or we meet on that 4th Tuesday?
We also meet that same day.
Same day?
Mhm.
Oh, okay, I got you.
We had 2 commissioner meetings.
So you saying meet twice a month instead of trying to address
Right.
everything once a month. If someone has them at the beginning of the month, they don't have to wait until the end of the month, or they have them at the end of the month, they don't have to wait until the next month to get it approved.
Right. What you present that day, that
Right.
information to me, we will not take a vote on it that day.
Right.
But that next following Tuesday, second Tuesday. So that gives us 2 weeks to look at what you present to us and like, okay, if I got questions, I can call you and ask you about it, and I'm ready to vote.
Right.
Okay, so what would that meeting that we're coming out of, the information meeting at 10 o'clock, be in purpose of?
That'd be a regular meeting.
That's your regular meeting?
Yes, sir. That'd be our regular meeting.
What you're saying then, on the second Tuesday of the month, whatever you discuss in the agenda setting will be taken up on the fourth Tuesday.
Yes, sir.
Right.
And whatever agenda set in the fourth Tuesday of the month will be taken up in the first meeting of the next month.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
That makes sense.
So the agenda setting, what you're saying is you're gonna be here that day, one for the purpose of agenda setting, and then the second time would be for the regular scheduled meeting
Right.
on the second Tuesday and the fourth Tuesday of each month.
We're gonna have 2 agenda settings each month
Right,
and 2 regular meetings a month.
right.
Just 2 days.
I understand, I just.
Because we already meet 2 days. We meet a Thursday and a Monday.
Oh, we meet way yonder more than 2 days.
So what I'm saying, we already meet 2 days. We meet a Thursday and a Monday. Now we'll just be meeting a Saturday, Tuesday, and a 4th Tuesday. It's spaced out.
Just curious, why did you pick Tuesday instead of Monday? Just curious, particular reason? Because we've been meeting on
Because
Second Monday.
most, I look at the calendar, most holidays are on Mondays,
That's a good point.
and we still to conduct business.
But the Herald is published on Tuesday, so Johnny Adams is gonna be a mix.
But no, I'm just curious why.
No, that's the truth, so we're gonna say the truth.
That's true too, have to get to the program.
Kim's fixing to pick up a heap of work.
You know, because what if you finish, I mean, you're gonna have 2 agendas, so hopefully that time will be reduced. I mean, you're talking about 8:30 to 9:45, that's an hour and 15 minutes. Is that gonna be set? Like if you go in there and you got an agenda at 8:30 to 9 o'clock, and you just sit around until 9:45? You know what I'm saying? Is it,
Like if
you
you
said
take
8:30,
it on.
Right.
9:45, that's what times you got.
That's the time for the agenda setting, and we'll have a list for the public that want to speak, and the things our department heads want to speak, our administrator already have it. So we'll have an idea, okay, that's why we're trying to limit it to 3 minutes from the public. If we limit it to 3 minutes to the public, I think we can get all our information in, and that'll give you enough time to get your information to us, and you don't have to come before us and represent it 2 or 3 times. I think it'll save a lot of time for the commission. I think it will, and it'll give us the time to work in between. Because we miss so much from not just sitting down and working together. I mean, I do. There's a lot of things I want to ask, but with time compressed, it's just not enough time to prepare.
Well, the thing with it, the only problem I have with it is putting a timeline on the agenda setting. That'll be hard to do, because sometimes we stay in our agenda set 2 or 3 hours, so we don't need to put a timeline.
That's called order. That's called order. If we
That'd be
conduct
hard.
order and go by our guidelines, we can do it in an hour and a half. Because if you're not here at 8:15 to sign that list, you're not gonna be able to speak. You have to go by order. You just can't go by a meeting and just be willy-nilly about everybody come in at this time, wanna talk, this time. We will be here 4 hours, 6 hours. But if we stick to an order, we know we got 8 items on that list, 3 minutes, that's 24 minutes. So I think an hour and a half is enough time. And I've gone to other county commissions meetings and they work flawless with this format. Pike County uses a format similar to this. Barber County doesn't, but Montgomery County does.
Montgomery use this.
They use one exactly like this.
Yeah, that's what Montgomery do.
And on their agenda, a regular meeting, they have it for 30 items, they get through it in 45 minutes. Because they spent their time in the informational meeting or agenda setting and discuss those things. And they limit the time a speaker can speak. Any organization want to come in, they don't get up and talk 20 minutes. It's 3 minutes. 3 minutes, the gavel hits, and we'll have security here.
You sign in and take the book up. You can't come in and walk in and sign in when you want to after a certain time. You sign in, got a time to sign in, you're not on it. You have to wait till the next time to sign in. The book come up, so whoever signs in, and this is Montgomery, because I've signed in, and then they take it up. If you didn't make it on time to sign in, you don't speak that day.
The Board of Education does that as well. They have cards for you to sign up for, and if you miss that time, then you just can't speak at that meeting.
I hate to push it back farther, but, I mean, 9:45 kind of be an odd time, you think it'd be better if it just said 10 o'clock? I mean, I hate.
Well, therefore, you taking a break to 10 to start the meeting, a 15
Okay,
minute
I mean,
break.
is that what you do?
Yes.
That's okay, that's.
Yeah, take a little break.
Then come back.
My brain gonna be fried from information. Then I'm ready to vote on the previous agenda set. I'm ready to vote. So I think,
That sounds good.
it's something new. It's something new and different. But I think we'll be more organized and ready to conduct kind of business. Because you get an example, you know, these expenditures that we get every month that I can receive on a Thursday, I can't go through that until about 9 o'clock on Monday. It's impossible. The people in place I need to speak to may not be in place. But if I have at least 8 days, business days, I'm not trying to do it on Saturday and Sunday because they're not available. But it gives me enough time to just research and ask questions. I think we'll be able to serve our citizens better and answer questions better with an educated answer than just going, why did you vote this, why was I just heard it was Thursday. No, I didn't get a chance to think about that. Well, I tried to contact the company, they were closed, but they're pushing for a vote that Monday morning has to be done. And that's going to eliminate the sudden deadlines. You know, this got to be done by Tuesday, it's got to be done, but we got these 2 meetings, we can forecast and plan it. It's going to take it's growing pains, it's different, but it's going to eliminate a lot of the other meetings that we're doing. And we're still down to our twice a month meeting. We're not meeting any longer anymore.
That's a motion.
That's a motion. I know it's quick, fast, but that's what I was.
You want to include the place in the motion? You got to.
Okay, the place, you know, there was 2-part. That would be the time. I make a motion that we change our county commission meetings to second and fourth Tuesday, both having our agenda setting and regular meeting the same day. Time set for agenda setting 8:30 to 9:45. Regular meeting to follow that same day at 10 a.m.
For the prior agenda said that was on the 4th. For example, I'm trying to.
Regular meeting at 10 o'clock.
Right, regular meeting at 10.
I have one question. Why not just both meet on Tuesdays? Because holidays gonna come first part of the month anyway on Monday. So
You said both meetings?
just put both meetings on Tuesdays. You know?
They are?
That's where you said.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Yeah, both of them on Tuesday.
Okay, I missed that part. I'm sorry.
Yeah. It'll be second Tuesday and fourth Tuesday. Both of them.
I missed that.
Okay. Yeah, just we'll do it one time.
Okay, my bad.
When you cut it back, at one time. So that's my motion.
Okay, there's a motion. We have a second.
A second.
A second by, a motion by Commissioner Marlowe, second by Commissioner McGowan. All in favor? Opposed? Motion carried.
Mr. Chairman, for his location of our meeting, I motion that we meet here, continue to meet in our chamber, but to leave just for the point of discussion for later dates, that we consider moving our county commission meeting to perhaps 2 communities or a community center where we're flexible enough to adjust the time on that. We haven't established that now if we are going to do that, but we're not, I don't have a location in mind. So that is something to consider later on. So I don't have a location in mind, so I would not make a motion on that.
Just continue the meeting. in the chamber.
Yes, sir. Continue. Yes, sir.
Is that a motion?
Yes, sir.
Second, I second that.
Motion by Commissioner Marlowe, second by Commissioner Adams. All in favor? Any opposed? Motion carries.
Mr. Chairman?
Yes, sir.
Next, I'd like to discuss our meeting rules of procedure that we continue the same rules and procedures that we've been following. And that's, with our agenda, order of business, and adopting our agenda.
Motion.
Yes, sir. Question.
Mhm.
Commissioner Marlowe, do you want to, as far as meeting rules and procedure, to include in your motion concerning people signing in and the time limits?
Not in a regular meeting, no, sir.
Okay. Just on the agenda?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
That's a motion.
Yes, sir.
Motion by Commissioner Marlowe, do we have a second?
Second.
Second by Commissioner Larkins, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Those are two items I had, Mr. Chairman, for our organizational meeting, establishing meeting dates and times and rules of procedure. That's all I have.
Everything.
I know those items that have been presented are to be done. If I'm not mistaken, I do believe we have to establish our depositories for our monies at this organization. Now, let's be clear about this. Contact Sonny if we don't know. Now, I'm not sure.
Yes.
Yes, you understand?
So that is to go in this organizational meeting as well? Okay. So that's something,
Yeah, just I mean, basically, continue using community banking trust and American bank as our depository.
Mr. Chairman?
Yes, sir.
I make a motion that we continue using the two depositories that we've been using in the past.
That's a motion by Commissioner Marlowe, do we have a second?
Second.
Second by Commissioner Allen, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Record keeping, is that pretty much just our minutes? Is that what that is?
That's our minutes, yes, sir. That's
If
our
I'm in order, if I'm in order, I make a motion that we continue keeping our minutes as we've been doing in the past.
Second.
Is that all we need?
no, according to the law.
According to the law.
No, because in the past, I don't know how we did according to the law.
I make a motion, we keep our minutes according to what the law requires.
That's a motion by Commissioner Allen, do we have a second?
Second.
Second by Commissioner Larkins, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Question.
Yes, sir.
Just to be clear, when we hold our first meeting on the 29th of November, that'll be no, I'm sorry, 22nd will be the fourth Tuesday. Are we gonna meet November 22nd for our first meeting under the new schedule?
The new schedule, that would be
Or are
November.
we gonna wait till the second Tuesday of December?
Yes, second Tuesday. It'll be the second Tuesday of December.
We've established this now, I don't know, I mean, we should, I mean, we gotta have a meeting to pay our bills, we can't do it in this organizational meeting, there's a couple of other things we gotta do.
We haven't really met this month.
No, we haven't met this month, so our first meeting, maybe, that would cover our first meeting if we just met on the second Tuesday, the 24th.
Fourth
Fourth
Tuesday.
Tuesday.
We could meet then and take up the agenda items brought up to the next day.
Exactly.
Yeah, so that would be our meeting, we can get our bills, and whatever else we have to take care of, yeah, expenditures and stuff.
Can I say one thing?
Yes.
You know, when you were discussing the agenda earlier, you were discussing items for the agenda, but you had no idea when the meeting was. Now you put it out there, when this meeting is gonna be. I had something to bring forward. I'd really like it discussed at the next meeting. You know,
Which would be November 22nd.
yes, sir.
That's next Tuesday.
I'm just saying that I didn't want to get to the situation, come up here on Tuesday, bring this up. I mean, we're gonna talk about this, you know, you mentioned, you know, discuss making a motion on it or approving it 2 weeks later. If I bring something to you on next Tuesday, are you willing to.
Put on the agenda for that day? For the-
Correct, that's my question.
Is it necessary to be, the second Tuesday, huh?
I mean, it would be good, I don't know if you were considering these same other items that you brought up, that were brought up today, if you were gonna make, motions and, you know, approve those items that were brought up today, even, you know.
But in the past, we always amend the agenda.
Yeah.
I mean, if you amend the agenda and you consider those items for.
If you present it and everybody feel comfortable with it, they're ready to vote, even if I feel like putting the agenda, they may not be feeling ready to vote.
I just-
You know, I
I
may
just-
comprehend and they
Why
don't
don't
comprehend.
we let the engineer tell us what it is, and that way we'll go ahead and.
Not right now.
We're in an organizational meeting, we're not in an agenda setting.
Yeah, okay. So that's, we can't discuss this by this guy.
Yes, I feel confident you presented, you just email us the information, I feel confident that you have done your due diligence. If you present it next Tuesday, 8:30, at 9 o'clock, we'll amend the agenda and add it to the agenda.
Now, these items that we just discussed in the agenda section will be motioned on next week.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I just want to know if I can say.
I think it was like 3 items, if I'm correct.
At 10, okay.
10 items.
10 a.m. 10 a.m.
Okay, there's only about 3 items, right?
Yeah, but we'll.
2 hours in the courthouse,
Yeah, we got, I mean, can I go down the line?
and the parade.
We got the Bullock County Health Authority Board appointments.
Not appointment to my recommendation for the,
Yeah, I got you. You got a recommendation also. Shirley Renner's application for public assembly. I don't know what y'all gonna do with fuel system. Y'all don't wanna touch that right now, so we'll take that off. We're dealing with the, organization, share garage and advertising for cheap debt. Storage space near Reed, or we're gonna hold off on that? Y'all need more
We
time?
don't know yet, whatever they present, and we research.
Okay. So you saying
You
don't
put it on the agenda.
put it on
May
the,
not be
okay,
ready.
okay.
Yeah, we may not be ready.
For her to re-advertise for a regular clerk. Jay Davis, Better Benefits of Alabama, basically trying to replace Blue Cross Blue Shield, basically a competitor with Blue Cross Blue Shield. Y'all want to put that on the agenda, hold that off?
Well, we,
And,
it's kind of like the rock and hard thing, but we set our agenda at the agenda setting. We set it.
right.
So we kind of like, the things they discuss, I guess, out of fairness,
Right.
you can put it on there.
Just put it on the, okay. Now, as far as the solid waste environmental probation area, are we just gonna go ahead and research that and give it?
Research it, and
You don't have to bring it to
Y'all,
the agenda?
exactly, no, y'all.
Okay, okay. Let's take that off, just
The
want to make
minutes
sure.
are clear, just go with the minutes.
Okay. That road closure over in District
Right,
Two.
that's on the agenda.
Okay.
Road vacation,
Road vacation, okay.
not road closure.
Okay, and also the repairs and courthouse hiring a consultant.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so that's what I have for the agenda for next week, the 22nd.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
And we still have an agenda setting at
8:30.
8:30.
that can be put in the paper if you have time. Let's see.
Get it in there.
Today would be.
No, we can't get it in there.
What's the date?
The paper's out today.
Does it have to be in the paper?
Put it on the, we put it
Put it on the courthouse
Website,
website.
We'll
Facebook.
put it on the Facebook page.
And then post it, too, since it's on the short meeting. Post it again like you posted the others.
And guys, I know we can't discuss, about the garbage service today,
Okay.
but this is some of the, expenditures and what we don't bring in.
Revenue and all that.
The revenue,
Okay.
the revenue and all on it, so if we wanna just break, just look at it.
Okay.
Anything else we want to ask?
And that's it for the organization meeting, I guess.
It's got everything in it.
Two things that I think we've done this in the past that I would recommend. One, that we, as a commission, adopt Alabama Code 11.3-8 concerning our ability to call special and emergency meetings, continue as we've done in the past, and also that we adopt and follow the rules of the open meetings law in Alabama Code 36.25.85.
Mr. Chairman, so moved the motion.
Excuse me, there's a motion by Mr. Marlowe, we have a second.
Second.
Second by Mr. Larkin, all in favor? Any opposed? Motion carries.
We don't hire attorneys at this meeting, but we do go represent them. It's organizational, but I don't know telling them what to do.
You hire and fire the attorney whenever you get it.
No, I'm just saying, we'll establish who it's gonna be. I mean, I don't know if that needs to be in there. I'm just thinking about things that, I'm thinking out the box what needs to be. We know all
I can
that.
answer that question. I can answer that question. No, because I'm not a county commissioner.
Okay. Are we done? We finished?
Do y'all want to?
Oh,
We
yeah.
established,
You know,
we established it with our attorney, but
You got
if
to
he
be
couldn't be here.
you got to keep folks, so that way y'all establish, you know, just, you know, we have to, the committee, we got to.
You know, we have passed, but